So first, I want you to create a powerful anchor and create a strong emotional state using state elicitation. Try remembering a time when you were so in love. Remember that time now. Or when you were so happy. Just go back to that time. Hearing what you heard. Feel what you feel. And see what you see. Ensure you are completely associated, experiencing this out of your own eyes. You can try closing your eyes if you have difficulty in achieving this with your eyes open. Then open your eyes once you're done. When you're in there, in that associated state, what you'll do next is once you are fully immersed in that time, that positive time, so you're either in love or you're happy, I want you to touch your thumb and your forefinger together, nice and firm. And some people do this and it's an easy one to get a hold of. And let go as the state starts to disappear. You can do this several times if you want. You can touch a knuckle on one of your hands. You can squeeze your knee as an anchor. But just ensure that you're staying in that state. You can close your eyes if you want to. And make sure you anchor that state on you somewhere that's easy to identify with. And repeat this, accessing the state and associating the anchor a few times. What you're going to do next is test the anchor. So as you're sitting there, I want you to either press your thumb and your forefinger together, or one of your knuckles or your knee, whichever anchor point that you chose before while you're associated. And I want you to fire this anchor off. And if you start to experience those same emotional states, it's worked. Well done. Sometimes it takes 3 or 4 times to get this right. The key to having this available at any time are: ensure you are fully associated with the state, so seeing what you're seeing, hearing what you heard, and feeling what you felt at the time. And repetition, repetition, and repetition of the anchor. Anchors will fade over time unless you practice them. So if you only practice them once, it won't be a very strong anchor. To get a very strong anchor, practice this consistently and in a timely fashion. You can practice this daily, hourly, weekly. It's totally up to you. Okay, we're up to the Phobia Cure, Module 3. There are a few parts to this technique, and if you are getting stuck, remember, pause the video, practice each step, and when you are comfortable, play it all the way through. Practice makes anything permanent. After all, you practiced this phobia behavior until it was permanent, did you not? Okay. Establish a strong, reliable resource anchor. You need to be in a positive resourceful state for this one. So you may need to access the anchor if you become associated with the phobia during this exercise. So firing off the anchor again, touching your forefinger or knee or knuckles, wherever you associate this anchor with, and that'll pull you away. Step 2. So for this technique to work, I want you to imagine that you're in a movie theatre. And it doesn't matter what it looks like, how big it is. All I want you to do is imagine yourself in a movie theatre. The screen is at the front. There are two chairs, one behind each other, and just behind the chairs there's a screening booth. You know, where the film directs down onto the screen. What I want you to do first is just to practice a few things. I want you to pretend to float all the way up into the screening booth and watching the movie. Now, I want you to float all the way down into the movie screen. And once you've done that, I want you to float into the first chair. Then I want you to float up and sit in the second chair. Then, once you've done that, I want you to float all the way up into the screening booth again. So this time you're looking at yourself in the second chair, looking at yourself in the first chair, looking at the movie screen. So you're up in the screening booth, looking at yourself in the second chair, looking at yourself on the first chair, looking at the movie screen. Practice this a few times to get the hang of it, and when you're done, move on. Step 3. Before you go ahead and playing a movie of your phobia on the movie screen, I want you to pretend to put yourself into the movie. Just doesn't matter what you look like or what you're wearing, just pretend that you're in the movie screen and you're still up in the screening booth. What I want you to do now is just float down from the screening booth all the way into the movie screen. And I just want you to reassure yourself that everything will be okay. And you have been through this many times before, and you still come out the other side unscathed, and that you're safe, and this is the last time that this will ever happen. Okay, when you're ready, I want you to float all the way back up into the screening booth, looking at yourself in the second chair, looking at yourself in the first chair, looking at the movie screen. Now, what I want you to do next is I want you to play a movie of the phobia. And when it gets to the end, I want you to pause it. Before you start playing it, the movie will be played in real time and in colour. And when you're ready, you can play the movie till the end and just ensure that you pause it at the end. Good. I now want you to float down to your younger self in the movie screen. And I want you to go up to your younger self and reassure them that you are from the future, that everything is okay, and that they are safe. You can say whatever you want to here. Anything to make yourself feel comfortable. And when you're ready, I want you to float back up to the screening booth. Step 6. This time is where the magic happens. When you're ready, I want you to play the movie in reverse, in real time, and in black and white, and with circus music. You know, like I know it sounds silly, but trust me. Please do this in this order. Playing the movie in reverse, in real time, in black and white, with clown music. And when you're ready, go for it. Okay. When you are done playing it in reverse, I want you to repeat this process until you can play it backwards in a split second. Get faster and faster each time until it's almost zip, zip. It may take 6 times, it may even take 10 times, but this must be done. When you're ready, back to the end of the movie, and I want you to play it in reverse. Ready, go. Okay, good. This time, I want you to do it in 4 seconds. I'll count you down. 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, I want you to play the movie back in under 3 seconds, in reverse, with clown music, in black and white. Ready? 3, 2, 1. This time, you're going to play the movie backwards in under 2 seconds. Ready? 2, 1. Done. This time, the movie will play back in under 1 second. Same again, in black and white, in reverse, with clown music. Ready? 1. The next couple of times I'm going to leave up to you, but it has to be done in under 1 second. You can almost say zip to yourself. Zip, zip. That's how quickly this process needs to happen. And once you're done, I want you to think about a time in the future when you may come across this event again and see how you react to it now. You can close your eyes if you want to. You can imagine yourself there. And chances are your response has changed. It may be weaker. It may be a little different. It may be even hard to access the memory. If there's still any lingering anxieties around the phobia, repeat steps 5 to 7. You can just replay this video if you wish. So, I hope you've enjoyed this technique around the phobia response cure. And if you'd like to know more, you can always come to my website at www.braindrive.com.au, or you can leave comments below.